Kailangan magdesisyon ng taong bayan. Gusto niyo ba ng Vice President Martin Romualdez? Yan ang tanong. Kasi, yan naman kasi talaga yung plano niya. So, kailangan mag-decide ng taong bayan if you want somebody sitting there na hindi ninyo binoto.
Was mentioned before na po-pull out yung security nyo at papalitan. Meron na po bang update dito? Tsaka sumulat po ba kayo sa AFP regarding this?
Yes, wala pang update doon sa pull-out and replacement. Nag-aantay kami sa Armed Forces of the Philippines kung kailan nila gagawin yon. Yes, nagpadala ako ng letter sa Chief of Staff ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Meron lang akong mga nilatag doon na mga requests. Pinakauna doon is hindi na kami tatanggap, hindi na ako tatanggap ng replacements. So kung magtanggal sila, hindi na nila i-replace. Iwan na lang nila kung ano yung maiwan. And kung wala mang maiwan dahil tatanggalin nila lahat, I already said that I will seek security arrangements outside of the Armed Forces of the Philippines already.
Parang naman private na mag-outsource na kayo. I mean, kasi normally naman, di ba, pag Vice President, may naka-designate dyan from the AFP, from the PNP. So, dahil nga, yun nga, may pull out. And so, ang plano nyo para mag-outsource na lang kayo from...
Yes, we are exploring private security services. Yes. So, my husband, ma'am. Huh?
Would that be construed as a private?
No, because there are professional security services. So that's not considered as a private army. And I do not know if these individuals are allowed to bring guns. So that makes them less of an army mob kung wala silang baril. Hindi ko alam yung sa professional security services. But that is one option that we are preparing for in case there is a pull out of the entire security detail from the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Initially, I asked my husband, and then he said that he'll make arrangements.
Out of pocket, ma'am. How much are you estimating for that?
Well, wala pa kaming we have not requested for proposals yet from service providers. We have not requested a proposal yet. So, but I think only Filipino organizations or agencies are allowed that kind of service within the Philippines. I think, Mama, I do not know. But I know that they are Filipinos, yes.
Do you feel secure?
No, I don't.
Children?
No, ma'am. No. But, no, I do not feel secure. As I said, that there's always been bias because when we see, say for example, DOJ, iniimbestigahan nila yung press con. Pero hindi nila iniimbestiga kung bakit kami umabot doon sa press con na yon. Iniimbestigahan nila ang threat ko, no? Pero they've not ever investigated threats against me, which are all documented, but we do not give them the information because we don't trust them at all.
Last two questions right here for you.
Ma'am, kasi sabi po ni mga congressman po, ma'am, kasi parang contrived lang daw yung threat ninyo. Parang it's just an imaginary threat. Like for example, si Asidre nagsabi na imaginary daw yung threat ninyo, unlike doon sa sinasabi na threat daw, yung inyong threat to the First Family and Speaker Romualdez. So what's your take on this po? Kasi parang dinidismiss po ng mga congressman na kayo po ay nagkaroon ng threat sa inyong buhay. Parang sinasabi nila, hindi naman parang imaginary lang yung threat ni Vice President as opposed to sa sinabi niya doon sa press conference. What's your take on this po?
Yes, we have documents, sir. We have screen caps, we have photos, we have police blotters, we have everything on file. But I never talked about it before because I felt na it was part of my job as Vice President. You get that? Aba? So, and it does not affect my work. So, all the more that it was inconsequential for me at the time. But right now, seeing that they are picking out words that I said and making a case out of it and saying that these are threats. So I think they should start with where is this coming from? That is the question that they should ask themselves. But I don't think they'll ever ask that of themselves. So we'll just move on to the cases and the impeachment and whatever will come in the new year.
Do you mention that you regret saying or making such threat to the President and the First Lady and the Speaker?
At yung ma'am, buti na yung alam nila ma'am na pag namatay ako, hindi talaga ako, I will not die in vain.
CP, you mentioned the 2028 presidential elections that all of the attacks of the Marcos government to you now is all connected to 2028. But the last time,
yeah.
a sitting vice president, a very popular sitting vice president, was investigated for corruption allegations and refused to respond in the public forum. Natalo po siya sa elections, and I'm referring to former Vice President Judge Marbinay. Ma'am, are you concerned that your enemies would be able to turn public opinion against you and it will hurt any potential plans of you running for president? You're leading surveys as early as now.
I've not seen the recent surveys, but yes, that is what they are trying to do, turn public opinion. That is the strategy.
Yes. But I am not.
Yung mga mic dito. Ala.
Yes. But yes. So, yes, that is what they are trying to do, turn public opinion. That is a common strategy in politics, black propaganda, and everything. Will it hurt my chances? I'm not yet a candidate. So, right now, I am just the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines and working for the country. So, I am not yet a candidate, so I do not know if this will affect me. Maybe my decision in 2026 will consider what is happening right now, but I cannot really say with finality what will be the considerations for me to decide to run for president. As I said, just give me the last quarter of 2026. I think that is the best time for any presidential candidate to decide to run.
Ma'am, pero isip po ma'am, kasi ito, lumalabas yung keyword ngayon, binibinay. Para kayo ginagawang binay yung task for former Vice President J.J. Marbinay. You think po ma'am, binibinay kayo ngayon kasi malakas kayo ngayon this survey and possibly tinutukod nila kayo para mawala yung political clout ninyo sa 2028?
Yes, oo, yan naman ang sinasabi ko eh. It's all, these are all political attacks. From the attack from the left on the confidential funds, the meeting with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the attack on the budget, and the other attacks that you see in social media. So these are all directed to remove me from the race, yes, and then, of course, remove me from office. Ay, that needs a sit down. Ay, naku. O talaga. Sasabihin ko sa'yo, ano ko nalaman na gusto ni, na plano or gusto ni Martin Romualdez na mag-president? Ay, naku. Halaga. Sasabihin ko sa'yo. And this is personal knowledge. Kasi narinig ko talaga. I was there. So, kaya alam ko sa simula pa lang, nung narinig ko yun, okay. Wala lang din sa akin yon. Kasi lahat naman pwedeng tumakbong presidente. Diba? Ang hindi ko lang in-expect, yung gagamitin mo yung buong gobyerno para sirain yung isang tao.
Siya may papalit sa'yo, ma'am, pag narinig.
Yan din. Kailangan magdesisyon ng taong bayan. Gusto niyo ba ng Vice President Martin Romualdez? Yan ang tanong. Kasi, yan naman kasi talaga yung plano niya. So, kailangan mag-decide ng taong bayan if you want somebody sitting there na hindi ninyo binoto.
Are you determined to stay as Vice President? Sir, ma'am, are you determined to stay as Vice President?
No, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with whatever happens to me. I've already accepted that whatever happens to me, that will be God's purpose for my life. So I am at peace staying and finishing my term because that is my contract with the Filipino people, and I am at peace going if I will be removed from office.
Okay, thank you.